keeping up with your expenses doesn't have to be a tedious task. Our favorite hack is using a free Microsoft Excel personal budget template. Today, we are going to show you how to create a personal budget dashboard in Excel. We will walk you through this process step by step, so by the end of this video, you'll have a fully functioning dashboard to track your income, expenses, and savings. By using this budget dashboard, you can gain better control over your finances and make informed decisions. So, let's get started. So, the first thing we need to do is get all your financial data into Excel. Open up a new spreadsheet, and let's start by entering the basics. You'll want to include the date of each transaction, a brief description like salary or groceries, a category that tells us what type of transaction it is, and finally, the amount. For example, if you got paid on the 1st of the month, you'll enter the date, type salary in the description, choose income as the category, and then put the amount in the next column. Do the same thing for all your expenses: rent, utilities, groceries, whatever you have. If you've got both income and expenses, you can set up separate tables for each one. Keep it organized. This will make everything easier as we build out the dashboard. Next up, we need to set up a table for your budget. This is where you'll compare what you plan to spend with what you actually spent. Start by creating a new table with rows for each budget category, like income, rent, utilities, or whatever applies to you. Across the top, you'll label the columns with each month of the year like January, February, March, and so on. Once you've got your table set up, go ahead and fill in your planned amounts for each category for each month. This will give you a clear idea of what you're expecting to spend or save each month. Just get all that data in there, and we'll move on to the next step. Alright, now let's add a little interactivity to your dashboard by creating a drop-down list. This will let you select which month you want to view at any given time. To do this, pick a cell where you want the drop-down list to appear. Let's say you choose cell C1. Now, go up to the Data tab at the top of the screen and find the option for Data Validation. Click on that, and a dialog box will pop up. In that box, you'll want to select List from the menu that says Allow. In the source box, just type in the names of the months, like January, February, March, and so on. Click OK, and just like that, you've got a drop-down list that lets you switch between months easily. With our drop-down list set up, it's time to pull the correct data based on the month you select. We'll use the XLOOKUP function for this. Let's say we want to display the actual income for the selected month. We'll go to the cell where we want that income to appear. Let's use cell D2 for this. Now, type in the formula that will pull the right data. Here's what it looks like. You're going to tell Excel to look at the month selected in the dropdown, then find that same month in your data table, and finally pull in the actual income for that month. Once that's done, you'll repeat this process for each category in your budget, adjusting the formula as needed to match the different data ranges. Now, let's calculate the variance between what you plan to spend and what you actually spent. This will show you if you're over or under budget. To do this, you'll enter a formula that subtracts the planned amount from the actual amount and then divides that difference by the planned amount. This will give you a percentage that tells you how far off you are from your budget. For example, if your planned amount is in one cell and your actual amount is in another, just subtract the planned from the actual. Divide the result by the planned amount, and that's your variance. Just apply this formula to all your budget categories so you can see where things stand. Once you've got your data set up, it's time to make things visual. Charts are a great way to see how your income and expenses are tracking against your budget. Let's start by creating a column chart to compare your planned versus actual expenses. Just highlight the data you want to include in the chart, go to the Insert tab, and choose the Column Chart option. After that, you can adjust the colors, labels, and title to match what you need. You might also want to create a pie chart to see how your expenses are divided across different categories. The idea here is to make everything as clear as possible at a glance. Finally, it's time to clean up and fine-tune your dashboard. Hide any columns you don't need, adjust the layout so everything fits nicely on one screen, and add any finishing touches like titles or labels. If you want, you can use some conditional formatting to highlight cells where the variance is particularly large, maybe in red for overspending and green for underspending. This makes your dashboard not only functional, but also visually appealing and easy to read. And that's it. You've now created a complete personal budget dashboard in Excel. This setup makes it easy to keep track of your income, expenses, and savings, all in one place. Remember to update your data regularly, and your dashboard will always give you an up-to-date view of your finances. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos like this. Let us know if you have any further questions or would like to share your thoughts in the comments below.